Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, The Millennial Mindset, where all things are possible with the right mindset. Now, I am happy to share this video with you guys because it is more of a personal video. It's not so much topic specific, but I kind of decided at the last minute that I was going to talk about this. So let's go for it. Considering that it is a new year, it is 2023 now, January, first week, I just felt like I wanted to share this with you all because I wanted to start my new year strong, and I want to share this knowledge with all of you as well who are looking to achieve some of the same things I'm looking to achieve. So, the topic of this video, because I don't like to waste time. Oh, before I get into the topic, please like, subscribe, and share if you get value from this video. It is greatly appreciated because I am a new YouTuber, and so every like, every subscription, every share, every comment counts for something. So I thank you guys for those of you who have done so already, and for those of you who are new to the channel, please help me out. All right, okay. So getting into the topic of this video that I kind of just came up with on the fly right now, and I just said, you know what, let me wing it and go for it, is how I manifested my dream job in 2022 and how I plan to manifest my other dreams in 2023. Now, I did create a video previously. If you haven't seen it already or haven't watched it, go check it out if you feel like it would be interesting for you. And I was discussing how I was able to get my very first fully remote work from home full-time job with benefits, okay? And I explained a little bit about what I did, but that was more of a mechanical process of what I did. But I also want to get into the spiritual process of what I did in terms of manifesting, and how that is what you have to do first before the mechanical stuff that we do. So I want to get into that because I think for this year, I don't know, for those of you who are Christian or believers, I believe in God, and I also believe in manifesting, and I also believe in the law of attraction and all of these things. And so I've been practicing that for the last couple of years. And I realized that when I make up my mind that there's something that I want, I have to manifest it within myself first before I have done the action. And most times it has come true. And so I want to start by saying that I decided I wanted to do a work from home job because I was sick and tired of going into the office and being treated like crap. Okay, excuse my language. I felt like I was mistreated with the majority of the companies I worked for. I worked in marketing, I worked in teaching, I worked in customer service, I worked in the bank, I worked in so many industries. And so nothing ever felt good enough for me. And I said to myself one day, why is that? Anyway, I discussed this in my previous video. And I realized that it just wasn't sitting right with me. And I realized that there was something missing. And I decided when the pandemic happened, and I did actually get a job that I enjoyed, but I had to physically go into the school, and I kind of got to a point where I felt exhausted and I felt tired, and I felt like I need something that allows me to work from home. But anyway, fast forward to the pandemic, we were able to work from home. And so I was providing services, working from home in my company. And that was the big aha moment for me. And I realized, oh my goodness, this is what I've been missing all along. I should be working from home. This is where I feel most at peace, in my sanctuary. And so I was done with the commuting. I was done with the getting up early and rushing out the door, barely even eating my breakfast or eating it on the way, running for the train, running for the bus, getting stuck in traffic if at the times that I started driving. And I was over it. I was done. And I said, okay, I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing because I felt it. I had the opportunity to work from home. And so how can I make this continue? Because as the pandemic was coming to an end, So was the working from home opportunity. And I knew that, okay, geez, I'm going to have to go back into, you know, the lifestyle of rushing in the morning and going in and all of the things that come with that. And for those of you that do want that and do love that experience and like getting out of the house, great, right? Power to you. But I just wasn't feeling it anymore. I didn't want that for myself anymore. And so getting a taste of it during the pandemic, I thought to myself, I can't go back. So I want to just get into how I manifested before. So I just started praying about it often. I started writing down a list. That's how it started. I prayed about it and then I wrote down a list, and I wish I had it with me to show you guys. I wrote down a list and it said, what I want in a job, my dream job for 2022. That's what I wrote down, the title. And I wrote everything that I was looking for. I wrote that I was looking for a company that valued their employees. I wrote that I was looking for a company that offered benefits. I wrote I wrote that I wanted a good salary. I wrote that I wanted a company that had room for growth. I wrote that I wanted a company that was fully remote, not hybrid, because I saw a lot of hybrid roles. And I wrote down that I wanted a company that would invest in us as their employees. And the list goes on. I had a few other things in that list. And I closed the book, and that was the end of it. And when I got the job that I have now, and funny enough, I'm the kind of person, I'll write things down and then I don't look at it again for quite a while. And I recently looked at it, maybe about 2 weeks ago, right during the holidays. And I realized that everything that I asked for in that list, I got with this job. Every single thing, not one thing was missing. And I thought to myself, whoa, this is real, okay? And I wrote it down knowing that I was manifesting it, but also forgetting about it, because I kind of wrote it down and forgot about it. And I forgot that I was manifesting this. And so when the opportunity came along, and as I said in my previous video, I did quite a few interviews, nothing came out of it. And I was starting to lose hope. And it was right in the moment that I started giving up and losing hope that this job came along, and everything aligned. The interview went well. Everyone liked me. I felt like I fit in. I felt like I was appreciated. And even when I did get enrolled and not only that, I forgot to mention this part. When I applied for this position, the position was listed as part-time, and that they would be willing to expand it to full-time later on if you pass probation, whatever. So I applied with the mindset that, okay, I'm going to have to suffer with this for a little while, being part-time. I'm going to have to find another way to make money to like offset the costs or whatever. But I was willing to take the sacrifice because I just felt this connection to this company and to this role. And so I was like, okay, whatever happens, I'm going to apply anyways. Because I could have decided, this is part-time, I'm going to ignore this. But I just didn't. Something was calling me to this position, and I applied anyway. And when I got through the interview and everything went well, and I connected so well with the interviewers, and they connected well with me, I said, oh my gosh, I like this company, but it's part-time. And I started to think to myself, I don't want to waste time in another company that I'm going to have to leave and start over again. So I said, okay, I'm going to start looking for another job, and I'm probably going to just give this one up because I can't do part-time. Anyway, fast forward a few days later, I ended up getting a job offer with them. And not only did I get a job offer with them, they offered me full-time instead of part-time. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I thought to myself, how is it possible that I applied for a part-time role and they managed to give me a full-time role? How does that happen? And it was just everything aligning the way it was supposed to, because that's what God had intended for me, or the universe had intended for me. Or God and the universe, I should say, had intended for me. And I just thought to myself, wow, imagine if I didn't, if I had decided, oh, this is part-time, I'm not going to apply for it. I wouldn't, maybe I would have something else, but I just aligned so much with this company. And when I looked back on that list, everything I wanted was in this company on that list. And I realized this manifestation thing is real. It works. It's real. So my advice to you all is, if you have something resting on your heart that you want to accomplish for this year, that you want to do this year, write it down. And don't just be vague about it. Write it down in detail. And whether that's a company that you want to start, a business you want to start, whether that's a company that you want to work for, whether that's a profession you want to get into, whether that's a relationship that you want, for those of you who are single and looking for someone, whether that's friendships you want, whatever it is, write down everything and write it in detail. And I can tell you, things are going to come to pass in your life this year, and you're going to look back on those notes and you're going to say, oh my goodness, I manifested this because it's everything I wanted. And I'm not going to say that every manifestation is everything you want all the time, but it's going to be the majority of what you want. It's going to be the majority. And I believe in it because I've seen it happen in my own life. And not just with manifesting my job, but I wrote some other things down that I wanted as well. And I've seen that also come to pass. And it scares you a little bit because sometimes, you might receive something and you're thinking, this is too good to be true. Like, let me slow down and really analyze this for a second, because how is it that I asked for this and it all just came all at once right now? And it's kind of scary. And I have to sit back and think, is this real or is this an illusion? You know what I mean? But it's real. And that's why, there's a saying that says, be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. I understand exactly what that means now. You just might get what you're asking for. And that's why it's important to not only manifest what you want, but pay attention to the things that you say that are not what you want, because you just might get it. So don't focus so much on what you don't have and speak it out. I'm not good enough, or I'm not this, or I'm not that, or I'll never find what I'm looking. Don't ever say those things. When you catch yourself saying those things, stop yourself and start speaking life into your situation and say, I am good enough. I am capable. I will have what I deserve. I will have what I want. This is possible. And these things will start to show up in your life because you're manifesting it, because you're thinking about it, because you're praying about it, and it will start to attract to you. And I'm telling you this because I've studied this for quite some time, but I didn't really practice it as much as I probably should have been. And last year was the year that I said, I'm practicing this. And I got what I wanted. So it's real. Okay. Anyways, I just wanted to make this a quick video to share that with you guys. And so my suggestion is, whatever it is that you want, write it down and you will manifest it. And I would love to hear your stories in the comment section down below, for those of you who did this and it worked for you, and those of you who want to do this, and anything you want to say about it. I'm open to reading the comments. I'm always reading the comments. So please like, subscribe, share this video if it was of some value to you. And as I said, write it down in detail and just let it go. Don't hold on to it so tight that you're looking at it every day and you're desperate for it. Don't become desperate. Write it down and release it and say, okay, I am allowing God and I'm allowing this to happen and manifest in my life when it's supposed to happen. And it will. But don't make it a situation where you're desperate, because that's also repelling what you want. So write it down in detail and hold on to, and let it go and release it. And it will show up in your life at some point. Just be patient and do your work, do your due diligence. I'm not saying just write something down and then don't put in the effort and it's just going to land in your lap. No, put in the effort, right? I mean, I wrote it down. I had a vision for what I wanted and I put in the effort. I was applying to jobs daily, if not every week. I was putting in the work, but it happened eventually. And that's just my message to you guys to start off the new year. And I'm going to start making more videos about this because I'm starting to realize that this is real. Okay? Anyway, all the best to you guys. And until next time, and if you have video suggestions, please share them in the comment section down below. And I would love to consider them. Okay? Have a wonderful day. Take care.